Hello students, I am Shiv Kumar working as lecturer in Department of Pharmacy, Government Polytechnic Education Society, Ottawa, District Palwal, Haryana. It is the second lecture of the Chapter 2 Classification and the Nomenclature of the Organic Compounds in Pharmaceutical Chemistry 2nd in Diploma in Pharmacy 2nd year. In this lecture session, we will study about nomenclature of the organic compounds, especially with the subtopics tribal system and the derived names of organic compounds. Objective of this lecture session is to make the students familiar with nomenclature of organic compounds by tribal system and derived names of organic compounds. Hello students. In the previous lecture session, we have discussed about the classification of the organic compounds. In this lecture session, we will discuss about the nomenclature of the organic compounds. There are three main systems are adopted for nomenclature of organic compounds. These three systems are the tribal system or the common names. In this system of the nomenclature, the organic compounds are named usually on the basis of their source, property, discovery, and structure. The second one is the derived names. According to this system of the nomenclature, the compound are named as the derivatives of the homologous series, or in this system of the nomenclature, the nomenclature of any compound is adopted according to the representative compound of the homologous series. And the third system of the nomenclature of the organic compounds is the IUPAC system of the nomenclature. This system was devised by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This system of the nomenclature is adopted globally as a standard method for the nomenclature of organic compounds. Hello students. Now we will discuss about the first system for the nomenclature, that is the tribal system or the common names of the organic compounds. The tribal names of the organic compounds are usually based on their source, property, discovery and structure. Example, the common names or the tribal names on the basis of sources. The urea. The main source of the urea is urine. So urea is named on the basis of its source, that is the urine. Methane. The main source of methane is marsh gas. So methane is named on the basis of its source, marsh gas. Acetic acid. The main source of the acetic acid is the acetum, that is the vinegar. So acetic acid is named on the basis of its source, that is the acetum or the vinegar. Oxalic acid. The oxalic acid is abundantly found in the oxalic plants. So that's why oxalic acid is named on the basis of its source, that are the oxalic plants. Another one is a butyric acid. The butyric acid is abundantly found in butter. So the butyric acid is named on its base source, that is the butter. The another fantastic example is the lactic acid. The main source of the lactic acid is the lactose, that is the milk. The common names on the basis of the property. There is a one fantastic example is the glucose, the glycose. The glycose means the sweet in taste. That is, it is a property. So on the basis of this property, the name of the glucose, glycol and the glycerols are adopted, since all these compounds are sweet in taste. The tribal names or the common names of the organic compounds on the basis of discovery. In the system of the nomenclature, the organic compounds are named on the basis of the discovery or on the names of their discoverer that discovered this series of the organic compounds. The first fantastic example of this type of the nomenclature is the Grignard reagents, the alkyl magnesium halides. It is a series of the organic compounds which is used as a precursor for the synthesis of a lot of the organic compounds. And this series of was discovered by scientists named the Grignard. So that's why the series belonging to the alkyl magnesium halides are named after this discoverer, that is the Grignard reagents. So the chemical series belonging to the alkyl magnesium halides represented by the chemical formula RMGX, where R is the alkyl group and X stands for the halide. It is named as Grignard reagents. The another example is the dialkyl gene. The chemicals or the organic compounds belonging to the chemical series the dialkyl gene represented by the R2ZN, where R2 this represents the alkyl groups was discovered by scientist the Frankland. So the organic compounds belonging to the chemical series R2ZN is named as Frankland reagents. Now the trivial names or the common names of the organic compounds on the basis of structure. In the system of the nomenclature, the organic compounds are named as the member and the derivatives of the respective homologous series. Now the question is this: what are the homologous series? The homologous series is a series or the collection of the organic compounds having the same root structure. That means the such compounds have the same type of the carbon chain skeleton, and the whole series may be represented by a similar formula. That's mean the compounds belonging to a homologous series has obeyed the similar formula. For example, the alkenes. The alkane homologous series is represented by the formula CnH2n plus 2, where n stands for any integer. For example, CH4, this is the methane. C2H6, methane. C3H8, propane. All these compounds follow a similar formula, CnH2 plus H2n plus 2. This formula this formula is the symbol for a homologous series that is known as the alkane. So all these compounds belong to the alkane homologous series. The another examples of the homologous series are ROH, where OH is a functional group that represents the alcohol and R stands for the alkyl group. RCOH, the carboxylic acids. Here the COOH stands for the carboxylic acid functional moiety. RO R prime. Here the two different or the two same alkyl groups are bonded by the oxygen, and these are known as the ethers. RCOO R prime, that is here the COO is the symbol for the ester. The RSR, these are the thioethers, and RNS2, here NS2 moiety stands for the amines and R stands for the alkane. So and here R and the R prime denotes different types of the alkyl group. In the tribal system of the nomenclature, on the basis of structure of the organic compounds, firstly we will discuss about the nomenclature of the straight chain compounds and their counterparts. In this system of the nomenclature, firstly the carbon chain of the compound is selected, and then the straight chain of the carbon is symbolized by the prefix N. N is the abbreviated form of the normal. For example, N-pentane. See here. Here is the number of the carbon are the 5. So it is the pen and it is the alkane, so that's why pentane. But here the carbon chain is straight, no branching is here, so prefix "-an" is added here, which stands for the normal, so it is a normal pentane. It represents that there is a alkane which is 5 carbon member and the 5 carbon skeleton is straight chain, so that's why it is named as normal pentane. Now the prefix iso is used to represent the carbon having one methyl or alkyl group on the same carbon adjacent to either terminal carbon atoms. For example, isopentane. Here see the number of the carbon atoms are the 5, so that's why it is the pentane. But here see one methyl group is added to the carbon atom which is adjacent to the either terminal carbon atom. So that's why the prefix iso is added. Now the neo prefix is used to represent the carbon chain having 2 methyl or the alkyl group on the same carbon atom to either terminal carbon atoms like neopentane. See here again, the total number of the carbon atoms are 5, so that's why it is a pent chain and there is and it's obey the CN H2N plus 2 rule, so that's why it is alkane, it is a pentane. But see here, these two methyl groups are added to the carbon atom which is adjacent to the either terminus, so that's why this compound is named as neopentane. So neo stands for the carbon chain in which the two methyl or the alkyl groups on the same carbon atom are present and this carbon atom is adjacent to the either terminal carbon atoms. The unsaturation in the carbon chain is represented by the prefixes using the symbol alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. These symbols represents the position of the unsaturation or the double bond or the triple bond in the carbon skeleton or the carbon chain from the measuring from the either terminus carbon atom. See the example, alpha hexene. In this case, it is a 6C carbon chain which is unsaturated by the one double bond, but here the double bond is present at the terminus carbon atom, so that's why it is the alpha, it is at the alpha position, or we can say it is the first position from the terminus carbon atom. In the beta hexene it is again the 6C chain, it is a 6C chain which is in which the unsaturation is represented by the one double bond, and this double bond is present at the second carbon atom from the terminus carbon atom, so it is a beta hexane, or we can say in short we can say in the beta hexane the unsaturation is present at the beta position from the terminus carbon atom. See here, it is a gamma hexane. In the gamma hexane, the unsaturation in the carbon skeleton or the carbon chain is at the position third from the terminus carbon atom, or at the gamma position from the terminus carbon atom. So it is named as the gamma hexane. Now we will discuss about the nomenclature of the radicals. What are the radicals? The radicals are the organic chemical entities or the organic chemical species having the devoid of one proton from the respective chemical functional group or the chemical series. Some of the examples are depicted here. The first one is the alkyl radical. In the alkyl radicals, the alkyl radicals are named in reference to the corresponding alkane group by displacing the N of the alkane, that is the last letter of the alkane N, by YL in reference to the corresponding alkane group. See here, it is an N-propyl. If you add one hydrogen to this, then this will become the N-propane. So N-propyl is the radical of its alkane counterpart N-propane. Similarly, the isopropyl is the radical of its alkane counterpart, that is, this one is the isopropane. Similarly, the neopentyne is the alkyl radical of alkane named neopentyne. The N-butyl is the radical of the alkane named normal butane. The vinyl, it is the radical of vinyl. It is the allyl. It is the proparazyl, and it is a phenyl. Phenyl is the phenyl is the radical of benzene. The benzene is the radical of toluene. It is a benzene, and it is the benzylidene. Usually, the radical part of the compound is used as the prefix, and then the functional group is added for the nomenclature of the organic compound. That's mean the radical part is used as the prefix, and whereas the functional group added to this radical is used as suffix. See here some of the example. In the propylamine, the NH2 is the functional group, and whereas NH2 group is attached with the radical N-propyl. So it is a N-propyl amine, because N-propyl, it is a radical, so that's why it is used as a prefix, and whereas amine is a functional group. Similarly here, isopropyl alcohol. In the isopropyl alcohol, it is the isopropyl radical, and OH is the alcoholic functional group, so isopropyl alcohol. In the neopentyne chloride, it is the neopentyne radical, and the chloride, it is a functional group, so that's why it is the neopentyne chloride. Similarly here, it is O. O is attached to the two different alkyl groups, so it is the ether. But here see, it is attached to the two different alkyl group, two different radicals. One is a CS3, that is a methyl, and it is a 4 carbon chain alkyl group, so it is the normal butyl. When you will arrange these two different alkyl radical or the alkyl chains alphabetically, then the normal butyl comes first, so that's why it is a normal butyl methyl ether. The butyl is the one radical, methyl is the another radical, and these two are arranged in the alphabetical order, and ether is the functional group moiety. Here is the vinyl alcohol. Vinyl is the radical, and whereas OH is the functional group, so that's why it is a vinyl alcohol. Allyl bromide, allyl is the radical or and the bromide is the functional group moiety. Similarly here, that is the proparazyl is the radical, SO3H, it is a sulfonic acid, it is a functional group. Propyl is a radical, so it will be used as a prefix, and whereas the SO3H, sulfonic acid, is a functional group, so that's why it is used as a suffix. So propyl, propagyl, sulfonic acid. The phenyl fluoride The phenyl is the radical, and whereas the fluoride is the functional group. So that's why it is a phenyl fluoride, and this is a benzyl thioalcohol. In the benzyl thioalcohol, that is the symbol of benzyl. Benzyl is the radical part, and whereas the SH thioalcohol, it is a functional group. So that's why it is a benzyl thioalcohol. The prefix is named according to the length of the carbon chain. That's mean the length of the carbon chain carbon chain decides the prefix of the organic compound, and then the suffix is named according to the functional group attached to the carbon chain. See this table. If in the carbon chain only the one carbon is present, then the prefix will be formed. If in the carbon chain there are the two carbon atoms are present, then the prefix will be acid. In carbon chain there are the three carbon, then the prefix for the compound or the organic compound will be the propion. If in the chain there are four carbon atoms, then the prefix for the chain will be the butyl. And if in the chain there are five carbon atoms, then the prefix for the chain will be the valer. See some of the example here. It is a formic acid. Since in this compound, since in this compound there is only the one carbon atom in the chain, so that's why it is a form. And whereas the ic acid stands for the functional group COH, so it is a formic acid. It is a acetyl. It is a radical part. In the radical part you are seeing here there are the two carbon atoms in the chain, and since it is a carboxy group is added here, or the cationic group, so it is a acetyl, and chloride is a functional group, so that's why it is a acetyl chloride. Here it is a anhydride, and the two parts, one is the two carbon chain, okay, and second one is the three carbon chain, so that's why it is a acetic propionic acid. But here is a mistake, that is, what is the mistake here, that is these are not the COH. Please correct this with the O. It is the O, because in the anhydride what is the functional group? The functional group is the CO, this one. So here you are saying that is this is the two carbon chain and there is the three carbon chain, so it is the acetic propionic anhydride. It is the anhydride part, and this is the two different carbon chains are here. One is acetic and second one is a propionic. And CONH2, that is, it is a formaldehyde, because one is a aldehyde part and amine group uh, are there, and it is a one carbon atom, so it is a formaldehyde. Now we will discuss about the second system of the nomenclature of the organic compounds, that is the derived names for the organic compounds, for the derived names of the organic compounds. In this system of the nomenclature of the any compound is adopted according to the representative compound of the homologous series. The same concepts has been used in the trivial system of the nomenclature using the structure of the organic compounds. But what is the difference here? What is the difference for using the homologous series in the trivial system and the derived names? The basic difference is that in the trivial system of the nomenclature, we have used the homologous series of the alkanes as a rule, but here the homologous series of the lowest member or the representative members is identified, and then the whole compound is treated as a derivative of the whole compound. See the second point here. The first of all, the lowest member of the representative member group of the homologous series is identified, and then the compound is treated as a derivative of that compound. If the lowest members means to which the any functional group is attached. For example, if it is a one member, then it is a methane, whereas in that case it was a form. in alkene, acetylene, carbinol, etc. See this table. And now understand this concept using the some example. It is a trimethyl carbinol. In this, you will see that is the functional group is the OH. As I have said, that is in the trial system of the nomenclature. What is this? This is the isobutyl alcohol. But in the derived name, it is the trimethyl carbinol. I am using the blue pen for the tribal system of the nomenclature using the structure of the compound. For example, in that this is the radical part and this is the isobutyl, and then it is the alcoholic part. So under the tribal system of the nomenclature, it is the isobutyl alcohol, isobutyl alcohol. But in the derived name, what is here? In the derived name, I am using the red pen for the derived name. In the derived name, it is alcohol, and the alcohol is attached to this carbon, and these three methyl groups are attached to this carbon. So that's why the lowest member is the one carbon, and it is the methyl group. So that's why it is the trimethyl and the carbinol for the hydrogen. So that's why it is the tricarbinol. It is a trimethyl carbinol. Sorry, it is a trimethyl carbinol. See the second example. If you will see here, that is this chain is the as per the tribal system of the nomenclature, it is a isobutane, because the total number of the carbon chain is the total number of the carbon in this compound is a 4, so that's why it is a butane. But here that is a one methane group is attached to the carbon chain, so that's why it is a isobutane. But whenever we nomenclate this compound by the derived name, then what is the lowest member? That is all these are the branches, and that is these are attached to the one carbon, so that is it is a methyl, and there are the three methyl groups are attached, so that's why it is a trimethyl methane. See this example. In this example, it is a aldehyde group, and it is a acetaldehyde. And now the lowest member is the acetaldehyde group. The two methyl groups are attached here. Since the two methyl groups are attached here, it is a dimethyl, and one isopropyl chain, one isopropyl radical is attached to this carbon, so that is it is a isopropyl dimethyl acetaldehyde. See these examples once again. What is the lowest member? The lowest member is this one, because it is a functional group. CHO is a functional group, aldehyde functional group, and it is attached to this carbon. So this has becomes the acetaldehyde. It is a this whole compound is treated as a derivative of the acetaldehyde, and these three groups are these three radicals here are attached to these two methyl groups and the one isopropyl. So that's why isopropyl dimethyl acetaldehyde. So I suppose that you are able to differentiate uh, between the nomenclature of the organic compounds by tribal system of the nomenclature, and another one is a derived name of the nomenclature. So it is kindly suggested to solve a lot of the problems or a lot of the exercises using the different textbooks in the organic chemistry. After joining this lecture and solving the problems given in the different textbooks of the organic chemistry, hopefully all the students are able to name the organic compounds by the tribal system and name the organic compounds by the derived names. Thanks a lot for joining me, and I, Shivkumar, is signing off. Thanks a lot.